welcome two of our December graduates who are going to start us off with the pledge. We have Aaron Sweeney and we have Faith Ann Germano. All right, if everyone would please rise. Thank you, ladies. Nice job. Tonight is a very special and memorable night for all of us. Students, it's a night where we are celebrating you and your accomplishments. This is one of my favorite times of the year. We all get to celebrate your uniqueness, strengths, character traits, and how you have made a difference in your teachers' lives. You are our kids for the 6.5 hours you are here each day. One of the most amazing aspects of the Academy is that we are a family. We're a little dysfunctional at times, but we're still a family through the good times and the bad. Tonight you will hear stories and events from throughout the year that will make you cry, make you laugh, and you might even be surprised at some of the things that you hear about your child. That is because we have a staff here that interacts with their hearts and their desire to see the good in all students, despite their flaws and shortcomings. And also, we don't have to live with them. These are our kids for a short time, but they will live in our hearts and memories forever. Therefore, without further ado, I would like to introduce our leader, our Commander-in-Chief, and the man of the hour, Mr. Jack Ham, the principal of the Academy.
Too kind. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2018 Winter Academy Awards Ceremony. It's an honor to have you here tonight to celebrate the success of our students in the classroom. Each year I find it amazing how the end of each semester comes so quickly, and I think I can speak for all of us on how grateful we are this one is coming to an end. It has been a very interesting semester, a very challenging one, but it's tonight that helps us catch a quick breath before graduation to reflect on what great things our students are doing in the classroom and their accomplishments. So furthermore, tonight will allow us to see how important a positive teacher-student relationship can be to contribute to your student's success in the classroom. The connection between the teacher and student is a direct correlation of learning. Our staff prides in developing professional relationships that allow them to reach those struggling students to regain their desire to enjoy and appreciate their education. What you allow us to see is what you will able to see tonight is how much we truly love your student, your child, and how proud we are to have them here at the Academy. I am also honored to be the principal and manage both the student and staff, as it may not always be an easy task. I may be the principal, but I have nothing to do with the success of our school. It's because of the efforts of this great staff that the Academy is a great school for all kids. I'm honored to work with such a dedicated, hard-working staff. The staff of the Academy genuinely cares about each student. Please help me in thanking our teachers with a round of applause. If you've been to some of these before graduations, we are not traditional. We're very alternative, which means we try to do this with elegance but quickness. All right, so we are going to get through this. We'll have you in your car within about an hour, and you guys get to enjoy your evening, but we do get to celebrate a lot of success. We have awards, we have scholarships, and we have the Principal's Award, All-Star Award. So let's get it started with Mr. Asher. Come on up and let's get going.
My name is Mr. Ashley, and I teach U.S. history and world history here at the Academy. Will the following students please come up to the stage? Okay, Miss
Yep.
Aaron Sweeney. And Shanae Davis. These students are receiving their awards for being outstanding students in U.S. history. Each one has their own unique and special qualities, but what makes them truly outstanding is the fact that they're usually on task, they participate, and they often go above and beyond what is required. And it's been a pleasure for me to have each one of these young ladies in my class. Let's give them a round of applause. Next up is Mr. Baker.
Teachers, I was just informed that Mrs. Anderson will like your folders back. Alrighty, I'm going to call up a few students. We could get Desiree O'Grady, Crystal Brown, Enrique Pacheco Gonzalez, John Donnelly, River White, and Aaron Sweeney. Hi, I'm Matt Baker. I teach here at the Academy, obviously. I've got a section of government in the morning, and then I followed up with 2 sections of broadcast, what really is a broadcast journalism class. So it makes for kind of an interesting day. The students get to work with some technology that they normally wouldn't be able to get their hands on, and it leads to some interesting classroom experiences. So first up, I'd like to introduce to you Crystal Brown and Desiree O'Grady, who always, as the staff can agree with me, go as a pair. You don't have just one. So we're going to give these out. I've got the WPR Newshawk Award, which is what they all are, so for their work on the student news broadcast. Always a smile, always, well, usually a smile. But whatever the task is, whether it is, gathering information, doing some video editing, whatever it is, I always get a, okay, which I don't always get from every student, so it's appreciated, folks. Next up is, I really should call this the Silent Ninja Sixth Man Award, to Mr. John Donnelly. I think I heard him speak for the first time last week. He has a beautiful speaking voice. He's one of those students who flies under the radar, but gets everything done. And I told him just I think it was just this morning, or was it yesterday? I was busy over here doing something, because that's a lot of my day, is putting out technology fires in the classroom. And I heard a student say, I don't know how to do XYZ as far as the editing program over here. And I heard it, but I didn't have time to respond yet. And I heard, I got you. And I would go over, and here comes John Donnelly. Without being asked, without being bidden to do it. And he walked everybody through it and basically became the teacher for about 5 minutes. And I didn't say anything to him, but I noticed. And next up is the weirdest. For the probably the best spirited. This is the second year in a row for the same kind of material I've had the student. Always willing to go above and beyond. Always did what needed doing. There's really no other way to say it. And anyway, just kind of formed a special bond, and you're going to be missed, even though you were in the class for You know, the 9 weeks, it's like, who's gonna edit my show? Who's gonna be the one to say, okay, I'll do it, okay? Who's gonna be the one to take 9,000 takes of, good morning? I've never seen somebody break up and decide that she wants to stop filming a news segment 1 word into the story. 1 word. Good, oh, I can't do this. So to Erin Sweeney, we've got the Lifetime Editor Awards, and she was on it for 2 years. Thanks so much for making the class great, guys. And their efforts can be seen on our YouTube channel, along with this event and all of our graduation events. They're archived, so you can see them whenever you want. The Academy Wolfpack on YouTube. Subscribe today! Next up is Miss Shannon Bisson.
If I could ask Nevada Perkins to join me up here. Yeah, I said Nevada. Should say Nevada, that's what she's been telling me for, I don't know how many classes we've had together. Right now, she's in my government class, and she is receiving the Most Inquisitive Award. She has asked questions that no one has asked before. She always asks for clarification. She's always there to help other students and maybe assistance. So I really appreciate her in the classroom. I appreciate having been able to see her grow not only as a student, but a young lady, and I really look forward to her future.
As you heard, I'm Mr. Brantley. I teach algebra and leadership/personal career development class here at the Academy. Tonight, I'd like to recognize River White, Jordan, Tom Brady, Champagne, and Pagnon, Hunter Bruce, Clarissa Sanchez, Haley Rupp, and Juan Gardner. First, I'll talk about Jordan a little bit. I gave Jordan came out of the PASS program and has been great ever since I've known him. I gave him the Excellence in Algebra Award. He always an A average, nothing less than that. Always working hard, diligently, even though he gets a little off task, he's still working and doing what he needs to do. He's came a long way since the PASS program, which is our homeschool program here, and I appreciate students like Jordan in my class. Thank you.
Good job, Jojo.
Clarissa and Haley, as you can see, this is them, they run in like they just did. You two are getting the Most Dedicated to Success Award. They're the students that you like to have in class because they ask a lot of questions, clarifications, and more questions, and more questions, and more clarifications. They sit right in front of me, right by my desk, but they are great to have in class. They also have an A average. I actually keep them at 89 just to aggravate them a little bit. But I enjoy having them in class. They're great students and really exemplify what the Academy is about, all 3 of these kids. So I appreciate having you guys in class. Thank you. Next up is Miss Cat.
I'd like to recognize these people. So not only can I hear very well, I can see very well. Kayla Barnes, Anthony Constantine, recognize Preston for his dedication in biology class. He seems to have a real affinity for it, has answered a lot of questions in class, and also asked a lot of questions. So I really appreciate having him in class. And Aaron Sweeney is probably the most focused student that I have seen here in the short time that I've been here at the academy. She just stays on task and is focused on the goal even when others are not. So I really appreciate that. Congratulations. At this time, I want to invite Mr. Erickson. Mr. Erickson!
Good evening. I would like Seth Banya, Caleb Barnes, Jordan Campagna, and Clarissa Sanchez. Would you please come on? I am a teacher here at the Academy in both the math and English departments. Yes, that is very strange. But so am I. Top student in geometry is not here tonight. He's getting the award. That's Seth Banyan. My most improved in geometry, even though I don't see her here, I want to talk about it briefly because the most common phrase I heard come out of this girl's mouth is, I am terrible at math. You can substitute any one of a dozen words for terrible, but it always is along those lines. And yet, last quarter on the midterm exam, she had the highest score in the class, and that's Kayla Barnes. This girl comes in, actually I have her period before lunch, she doesn't leave, she stays and keeps asking questions and working until we make her go to her 4th hour class. So I just wanted to recognize her for most improved in geometry. She really rocked it this semester, even though she's not here. So moving to my English language arts class, the two lovely people behind me. First of all, my top student award goes to Jordan. Jordan has been Mr. Consistency this quarter, or actually this whole semester for me. Jordan gets his work done, and he doesn't just answer questions minimally to get by and get the grade, but he gives them thought most of the time. Well, every now and then emails went in, but most of the time he goes above and beyond and really thinks deeply about stuff. He engages in the classroom discussions and has all around been just a great student for me. Now, Clarissa does a lot of the same things, but I'm giving her a different award, and that's one of the things that I emphasize both in English and math. Occasionally we'll watch a little TED Talk or something to focus on this. One of the indicators of students who are going to go on, and students in the workplace and anything, is a thing called grit. It's not about how smart you are genetically. It's not about your background. It's about how hard you're willing to go after a goal. Just not quit. Miss Sanchez worked so hard this quarter, and early in the year, she was really struggling to get to my 1st hour class on time. But she turned it around. She turned it around, and she worked so hard to make up for anything she missed, and she has been just on a streak of being there on time and working hard. And not only does she ask Mr. Brantley a lot of questions about algebra, when we're done with the English work, she asks me about algebra too. So, Clarissa gets the True Grit Award.
I'm actually going to present Ms. Blanchett's awards this evening. She could not be here. So I'm going to let you know in advance. She broke the rules and gave too many, not me. All right. Okay, Aaron Sweeney, come back up. Ebony Rogers. Noah Ryan. Amari Carter. Elena Curry. And Jose Garza. Can't be here, but I know these lovely ladies, so I feel I can speak from my heart and convey what she wanted to give you. Ebony, come here, please.
I will.
Thank you. Lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, so The award you are getting from Ms. Blanchett is called Onward and Upward. And it says this award is presented to Ebony Rogers for her hard work, persistence, focus, and positivity towards achieving her goals. Ebony is a goal-getter. You are always smiling on campus, always in a good mood.
Never.
Helpful, and we are so happy to have you here at the school.
Thank you.
Erin, Ms. Blanchett is presenting you the Shooting Star Award, and this is for her true and authentic heart of gold, her artistic talent, amazing if you've never seen it, very, very talented, and the genuineness of character that you display every day. Everything everyone has said about this night is true. You're amazing. Brittany Norton, Zachary Broman, Clarissa Sanchez, I know you're here. Oh. Brendan Birch, I did not see him, on a roll, and Jamal Washington, I did see him. So I'm just quickly going to speak to the students who aren't here. Brittany Norton got my Miss Taskmaster Award. Super helpful. Anytime I need, she could be like my personal assistant. Anytime I need help organizing, filing, doing something in the class, always very helpful. Very conscientious, bright student. Zachary Broman got my Scientific Thinker Award. He's another student, my teacher said, that asks a lot of questions, a lot of times with the hopes that I will slip with an answer or a clue to a question on an exam, but still good questions during lessons. Brendan Birch got my Helpful and Handy Award, beyond helping shut off a sink for like faucet leaks. Anytime he can jump in and help, he's also really genuine in class. And now to the two that are here. Clarissa, I will start with you. Clarissa, you are getting Excellence in Science Award. As others have already said, so you are a conscientious student. You are very diligent. You complete every assignment. You are checking focus, like Mr. Brantley said. If it falls below an A, you are on it. What can I do? What do I need? How can I catch up? And you try your personal best daily. Super well behaved, very well mannered, and on just a personal level, genuinely kind. And that is such an amazing quality and characteristic to have, and I'm so fortunate to have you in class. And I have a little quote for you to take with you through the years, and keep in mind. It says, learning is not achieved by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence, and that's from Abigail Adams. Come on over. So Jamal here, if you haven't heard, I'm a little late in posting it to our Facebook page, but you're in the presence of a kid who last week just won the award in Charlotte County for Do the Right Thing. There were 4 I feel like I introduced him now, like Jamal Washington, Do the Right Thing recipient. He was awarded that for helping a student here who became ill and actually passed out, scooped her up in his arms, he was walking her to the nurse, and got her there safely, and then got adult help, and just went above and beyond, which I see on a daily basis. You are getting, Charismatic and Kind Award. Jamal is, you're just a really genuine, anybody that knows you, I think, can attest, a genuine and kind person. Your smile is infectious. Your personality just warms a room. You look out for classmates, and you're a special kid. I expect great things from you. And I'm not sure you fully understand your impact of kindness on others. It really does go a long way. So, in case you forget that, this little saying is for you, from Mother Teresa. It says, "Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless." Your impression on others is bigger than you probably know. Okay, next I would like to call up Ms. Lacasio, please.
Hi, I'm Debbie Lacasio. I am part of a trio over at Career Quest, which is over at the mall, along with Mr. Meyer and Ms. Sharda. And I'd like to call the following people up, please. Deanna Condry, Peter Morris, DeAndre Freeman, Joseph Perez, and Paul Red. I saw Joseph here today. First, I'd like to introduce Deanna Connery. She is one of two of my excellence in social studies students. She has a good point for almost everything. And then some other things, and some other things, and some other things. But she has excellent points as well. She is really a great student and takes great notes. Very good grades that we're pushing very hard for that A. But she's a wonderful student. I think the biggest compliment she gave me, though, was she suddenly came in when she was working on online stuff. She was, see, she listened to what we were talking about. I should be in this government class. I thought, nobody wants to be in government class. So if she wanted to be in it, did my heart so good. But she's a lovely, lovely student for sociology. DeAndre Freeman not only is one of the greatest hair flippers, he and Joseph Nieves, I mean, they can just work that hair when they come flipping into the room. They often say that girls tend to talk more in the classroom. No, DeAndre talks more in the classroom, more than anyone. But you know what? I could ask nicely to get him to settle down, scold him a bit. This young man never stops smiling. He must be living like, his grandmother must be living with sunshine over here, because this young man has a smile that'll light up a room. And he receives the Excellent in English Award. Excellent, excellent job. He breezes through it all. Great, great job. And last is Paul. Well, actually, Joseph Nieves Pierce and Paul are jockeying. I don't think they realize it. They're jockeying back and forth for excellence in government. For those of you that don't know Paul, he was born in Poland. He knows more about American government than pretty much a lot of people I know that live in America all their lives about government. And he is one of these very frustrating students. Okay, I've talked, we've interacted, we've done engagement. I can go take attendance and sit down for minutes because they're all going to take notes. And Paul looks at me like, but what do I do? Because Paul doesn't need to take notes. He gets A's on every test and doesn't even need to take notes. I was like, oh, wait, I don't have that one free minute because Paul is so excellent at government. He just breezes right through. So he definitely gets our Excellence in Government Award. And I want to congratulate all of them for a great job. I would like to call up the more famous and lovely Mrs. L.
Hi there, good evening. I'm Miss L, aka Miss Lukachkova, for those of you that are brave enough to pronounce my name. I'd like to call up Misty Swatzel, Michaela Rowe, Kiana Duncombe, Nevada Perkins, and Shalene Davis. And while the ladies ladies are making their way up, I am the math teacher here at the Academy. I teach liberal arts math and math for college readiness. So first up, Misty. This young lady, love her, love, love, love her. I am fortunate enough to have Misty again in class. I had her as a freshman 3 years ago. Loved her then, love her even more now. She's grown up and always, let me look at the smile. Always has a smile on her face. I have to call you out, Elizabeth. That's what you're here for.
Are you sure about that?
You can. Okay. But this is, I mean, she just has a fabulous attitude, just a wonderful work ethic. No matter, you would never know anything was wrong in her life. She wants to help everybody and anybody, her classmates, her boyfriend, and me. As far as anytime anybody needs anything, Misty is on call, on duty. Just lovely, lovely young lady. Very excited for whatever her future might bring. And she gets the all-around superstar because not only is she wonderful at math, just is willing to do anything and step up for any help that anybody might need. Michaela, come on over. All right, Michaela. I get puppy updates every day, and I love it. It makes me want a puppy again. Michaela is also just such a hard worker. She sits all the way in the back in the room, minds her own business. She comes to me before class starts and says, Miss Elle, can I just get the assignment? I said, well, hang on, I got to show you how to do it. I just want to start, Miss Elle. Oh. But she's very motivated, and it just does really beautiful work. I did have Michaela last year for Math for College Readiness. This year I have her for liberal arts math, and she really has grown, and I love to see that. She's very motivated, very focused, and it's great to see a young lady grow like this and has goals and aspirations and is trying to make the best out of her life. So she gets my Math Dedication Award. All right, next, Shanae Davis. All right, Shanae gets my Most Focused in Math Class Award. Shanae has the pleasure of being in my 4th hour class, and as all of us know, all of us teachers know that have a 4th hour class, that is one tough class. It's after lunch, hyped up on sugar, and ready to get out the door. But Shanae, she just sits there and she just shakes her head. She goes, Miss Elle, I don't know how you do it. I said, I don't know. But she is just amazing. Again, one of these young ladies that just does beautiful work, always very focused. One time I handed out an assignment that I was expecting to take a while. And I turn over and she goes, Miss Elle, can I get a Chromebook so I can go online? I said, well, are you done? She goes, yeah, I already turned it in. I looked at her, I said, what? Just a hard worker, fabulous work, does beautiful work, and just love having her in class. She is my sanity 4th hour. So Most Focused in Math Award. Next we have Nevada. And I just want to kind of piggyback on the sentiment that Ms. Bisson said about Nevada. She has really grown, and we've really seen it. She is in the Math for College Readiness class. It's one of the tougher math classes on campus. I really strive for the students to have better number sense. It's something, math is something a lot of people don't like, which breaks my heart. But don't tell me that, because I'll just cry. But, so I don't allow them to use calculators, and we do some crazy stuff in that class. No calculators. And Nevada was pretty nervous at the beginning. Miss Elle, I'm really bad at math, I can't do this. I said, no, it's okay, we'll take it slow, and next thing you know, you'll be doing some crazy stuff, not even realizing it. And she has really, really blossomed. Works super hard, super diligently, just sits there and just, bangs it out. Might take her a few minutes longer, but she will finish and she will be there to the end. And it's just amazing to see, and to see her focus, and to see that she's really working so hard and working past her barriers and past her struggles to make herself proud, I think, too, because she should be very, very proud of everything that she does. So she gets my Perseverance in Math. Thank you, ladies. And next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Meyer.
Good evening. My name is Laura Meyer. I'm an English teacher. I'd like to have the following students come up: Hannah Kananer, Kay Gissoff, Jacob Panoski, Misty Swazel, and Nevada Purvis. Okay, if you would come up and stand next to me. If it's all right with everybody, I'd just like to share a little bit about my personal feelings about these students. The 5 of them make my day. But Kay is in my first class, which is second period, I'm planning first. And Kay is what I call my pace setter. Anybody that knows this girl, what she does is she comes in, she tackles the assignment, she does beautiful work, thorough, makes some good points, actually makes me feel good as a teacher because she'll say, hey, that was kind of a good question you asked. But I'll tell you what, she's graduating, right? And I'm trying to convince her, where's her relatives? This girl needs to go to college. This girl is college material. She's smart, she's good, she's got to go, okay? Because they need smart kids like her in college, and I just like to encourage you all to push her that direction. Anyway, I will miss you so much. I really will, and I hope you'll miss me. Yes? Okay. Hannah's shy, right? You shy? You want to say something? Right. Hannah doesn't want to say anything, but I'll say something about Hannah. Hannah and I met last year when we went to Washington, D.C. together for a week-long program that Nevada also went on with us. But since then, she has been in my English class, and she was nice enough, now that she knew me, she sat right near my desk, which is really a good desk to sit at, because under my breath, on a pretty regular basis, I make fun of all the other students. And Hannah hears all the jokes, and some aren't funny, but then she laughs and makes me feel better. But I want to tell you something. This girl knows exactly what she wants to do when she gets out of school. She wants to take care of other people. Is there a more noble thing than that? Is there anything more important in this life? To know that you want to help other people. So I would like to say to anybody that ever sees Hannah coming in to help you in your caring situation, that you are going to be the most fortunate person on this earth. Now, I do want Misty to worry, because I have stuff for Misty, and I want her the whole time up here to sweat. Okay, are you feeling it? Okay, because something big's coming, I'm telling you. Jacob, whatever. Jacob, it's just an accident that you're my token man. I'm sorry. All right, here's Jacob Konowski. If you want a mature young man, you need to have this person in your class. This guy is already taking a programming course at CTC called Game Design. He's very dedicated, keeps all his grades and works up excellent. But what I wanted to recognize Jacob for is not his extreme intelligence or anything like that, it's his caring. This young man checks up on people and makes sure somebody will be like talking themselves down and he's over there encouraging them. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you know, yes? I know, you are special that way. Sometimes he encourages me because I feel like quitting, you know, but you always say, no, Miss Meyer, one more day, it'll be okay. Mr. Meyer needs the money. Anyway, Jacob is right there to show everybody how to do it. He shares his approach of staying positive and on top of his work. Sometimes he even shares his work, Misty. And I am fortunate to have this fine young man in this class, so thank you. And by the way, Mr. Panofsky was invited to go to another Washington, D.C. trip in January to represent the Academy. There'll be 4 young men, and he'll be one of them, and we're very lucky he'll represent us. Nevada Perkins. You want to just hug and be over with? I love this girl. Can I adopt her? Where's your mom? No, you want to give her up just for like, maybe like weekends I could have her. Okay, you work out? All right. Those are the fun days, she said. Take me on the school days, she said. Nevada was one of my traveling partners on a trip to DC also this past summer. And as you can see, she's been up here how many times? Like 8, 9 times? She's like teacher's favorite everywhere. Not because she's just nice and gets along, but because this student works. You know, like you ever have something where you can't figure it out, you got to work at it, practice it, figure it out. This girl is willing to do that. Very few people can. I know that she read these horrible, boring passages in the SAT more than once with Misty, and because she did, she passed that SAT. She's graduating high school this year. And that's what makes Nevada one of the most dedicated students and why she's getting so many awards. And I just want to say, she sits in the same seat as Hannah, so she hears the same jokes, but I just miss her because I think there's always a student, you know, she's in my 4th period, Miss Al, and like it makes the end of the day not so bad. So I really hope you have a great life, and if you ever need anything, just come back and ask Miss Val, she'll help you. Now look, come here, you okay? Yeah, it's like a book. I wrote a whole book. See, I don't go over the number, but I go over the time. That's what happens. Okay, the words I'm going to use for this young woman is pure joy. Pure joy, that's what it is. That's exactly what I felt when you came back into my class, because, you know, here it was, again, a few years ago you were in my class. Do you remember I gave you an award on this very stage? What happened? I embarrassed you. I'm going to embarrass you tonight, too. How did I embarrass you? I made the kids write, like, if they ever won an award, what would you say about yourself? And Misty wrote, like, well, Misty was the greatest, smartest person in the whole world. And then I read the speech to everybody up here, like I was doing the award thing. It was so, are you embarrassed now? No, but you shouldn't be. Because look, you could give her an award for excellence in English, excellent in every subject, but that's not what the award is I'm giving to her. I'm giving to her, and she just hates this award, Great Class Morale Builder. They're students that make the whole class be happy. That's this girl. If somebody's down or out, she goes over and talks to them. Listen, these are just the parties this year alone. No, what do you think my notes were?
You're saying the right stuff.
Well, I said, see, this part.
But you missed this word.
Oh, okay.
Where did it go? Right there.
Oh, okay. Wait, all right. Back then and now, Misty is one of the students you hope and pray will be looking at your class. I said that. All right, I'm going to say this part now. All right, here. The award tonight is for Class Morale Builder. Name a celebration. It could be Alex's birthday party, where she convinced everybody to wear those stupid, goofy hats and eat cake. She passed SAT, then talked us into a big soda, pizza, and cookie party. And right now, she's planning her own birthday party with a complete ice cream bar buffet thing in my room with balloons and stuff.
Which her idea.
Which I think it was my idea. I'm never sure with you. But here's how I'm going to embarrass you. Her birthday is next Thursday, the 20th. She will turn 18. When I count to 3, I would like everybody to yell, "Happy birthday, Misty." Can I do that? You ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Misty! And that, my friends, is the end of my talk.
Mr. Meyer?
Here comes my better half, right here, Mr. Meyer.
Before I call these students up, this is my 5th award presentation to be at. I think I'm getting better. I'm not quite as nervous. I want to tell all my students, I can only give out 5 awards, all of my students in my classes deserve it. This is the best class, set of classes that I've had. Get along, they help each other. So thanks to everyone. So the students I'd like to come up, Logan Henson, Shannon Martin, Faith Ann.
Ladies first.
Got a nice haircut just for tonight?
I got mine too.
All right. Both these students were new to me. I have never had them before. And Giovanni, Math Dedication is his award. He is kind of split between 2 campuses. He comes over, he misses about a half hour of my class by the time he gets over there. But he can just jump right in, take off, very little help, understands it, and it's been a pleasure to have you in class. Faye, on the other hand, finally got used to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I did take some coaching from Mrs. Meyer. Now, Faith, her award is a geometry diva. H triangle, circles aren't much better, but she just digs right in, she gets it. I get to hear all her stories. When it comes down to doing some work, she just jumps right into it. Thank you. Mrs. Underhill, I believe, is next.
Hello, I'm Miss Underhill. This is this is my first year. I did not know what to expect or do for this. So I've got 2 awards to give out. One is for Michael Bankston, and the other one's for Haley Rock. Michael's not here, so I'm just going to quick explain what his is. He's that kid that everybody knows that slept nonstop, no matter what you did, nothing happened, unless he had 6 Red Bulls, in which case we needed padding on the walls. And he literally came up to me one day and went, "What are we doing?" I went, "Well, today we're doing some speeches. You want to grade one?" "Yep." And then he said to me, "Here's the thing. In your class, I have a 6. So I'm going to do work for other classes because I might pass." I'm like, "Cool, that's great." So he comes in at my lunch. He comes in, he's done every other class. He comes in during my prep and sits there and asks me questions. And we work on all of your work. I think he's at a 5. So then there's Haley. You don't even know what this is for. Haley's what I call the comeback kid. She she decided that she didn't need school, so left and didn't show up for 2 years. But then showed up this year and she is in it hard. She's nicknamed Strawberry Shortcake. It was because it was pink hair. And now she's that one kid that when you look out, I don't know if you know this, but when the teachers are doing a lot of looking for the feedback of people, and when you see tops of heads and just lots of glazed looks, and not kidding, this is what Haley does. Like, it makes sense? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna keep going then. We got this. So she's that one that helps me with everything, and they got the shy girl. She's like, "Come on, I was shy too." And she helps everybody that's in the room and answers questions when I'm not understanding what they're asking, or wants to help grade and organize and do all that. So she is all over it. And she's even got Sanchez there in my room too doing stuff. That's right. You, my dear, are the comeback kid, and you are going to be awesome at whatever you want to do. So, congratulations.
Shoot. Okay, next is scholarships. So I would like to present 2 scholarships to 2 wonderful recipients tonight. The first one is on behalf of the Academy. We're very fortunate to have raised some funds to give out a small amount, but at least an amount that we can help them pursue their secondary education. It's always a great accomplishment to watch you guys graduate from high school, but it's even a higher honor to watch you move forward with your post-secondary options. I want to thank Mrs. Meyer, Mrs. Greenwood. They are the liaisons for the college and CTC. They have taken children on field trips. They have taken children to CTC to shadow and to hear about the academy programs. And of course, our staff assists with FAFSA, so hopefully you're filling out your financial aid application. Mrs. Meyer is at your service. So that's free money to college. We want to make sure you continue to look forward to that. Also, we have the SYF scholarship application that's open as well. But tonight, I want to recognize someone who has made it very clear that they would like to move forward with their post-secondary education. So we'd like to give them an award of $500 to that goal. And I would like to welcome Ms. Faith Germanos. And also, this is going to her drama classes that she'll All right, the next award, the scholarship, I should say, is called the CCSLA, which stands for the Charlotte County Leadership Association, where I'm very honored to be part of. And each semester I beg them for an additional $500 to give out as a scholarship to a deserving graduate. Again, this student has desires to pursue their post-secondary education. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Ms. Nevada Perkins. The next scholarships are the Ray Conjoining scholarships. I'm going to invite Ms. Rowe and Ms. Hannon up to the stage, our school nurse and social worker. Dr. Ray Conjoining, who has passed away a few years ago, was a very dedicated educator to our teen parent program, and her husband has donated thousands of dollars to contribute to the success of all students, including our teen parents as well as our normal students as well. So, ladies, if you don't mind.
Good evening. We have two scholarships this evening. The first scholarship, the first recipient, goes to Helen Olson. Helen is a teen parent who plans to further her education by pursuing a career in nursing. Our next recipient is Savannah Valenti. She's also Savannah has been accepted at FSW and will be starting classes in the spring. She plans on becoming a paramedic.
All right, the final two awards tonight is the All-Star and the Principal Award. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Underhill, our new Assistant Principal, up to the podium. He's going to give out the All-Star Award.
Well, good evening. Put them on these so that I can actually see. This next student, failure is not an option. To read about her on paper as an assistant principal, I had ideas about what I was going to encounter. And I was a little concerned, and I was wrong, completely wrong. On paper, she's overcome multiple obstacles. She's conquered them without faltering. In the 4 years that she's been with the Academy, she's grown, she's matured, she's remained focused on success. Now, at the age of 17, she's graduating from high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Elena Curry.
All right, this is it, Principal's Award. Some years I'm threatened. Other years I'm highly recommending folks, or they're recommended to me. It's always a tough decision because I base it on someone who's been here long enough to really make an impact on our culture and the climate here at the Academy. This individual started in August of last year, 2017. Like most students, Academy students start off very quiet and shy as they try to feel the lay of the land and see how this place really works. But it usually doesn't take too long for their true colors to come out and you realize what type of student you're going to be working with. This individual took a little bit longer than normal to warm up to our staff and to our school. But once they did, you could really see them blossom and develop into this young individual who really has contributed to the climate and culture of our campus. And they have left a footprint that will forever be marked on us because there's just that personality that really rubbed off. Someone we really are so excited to see graduate and move forward with their post-secondary life. So without further ado, I would like to welcome up this year's Principal's Award. I'm also going to give them a laptop so that they can continue to persevere. So again, not again, but please welcome. You are immortal. Your name will go on a plaque in the front office that you will recognize forever. Just a quick announcement. Again, I want to thank the staff, teachers. Thank you for taking your evening tonight and recognizing these wonderful students. Thanks so much for all your work. Thank you, Ms. Anderson, our wonderful guidance counselor, for putting this together tonight. Mr. Wonderful for your guidance and support. Mr. Baker for your photography tonight. I appreciate it. Reminder, graduation is next Friday, December 21st. It's at CPAC in Punta Gorda at 5 o'clock. Practice is at 10 a.m. You need to be there if you're going to walk, and of course we want everyone to walk. Exams are this Thursday and Friday, followed with the afternoon on Fridays, our holiday social and our senior send-off. Families, you're welcome to join us in the afternoon. I think we have a little bit of a talent show as well. So it's always a fun way to send off our graduates. Have a great night. Thanks for being here.
See you. Have a good
This is your girlfriend? Yeah.
Tell Elena I said that.
How are you guys doing? Good. What's up? There's your girlfriend up there?
You're welcome. I just wanted